Welcome to Voicing the ANNiverse. My name is Anne, and in these podcasts, I want to give you some fast but fabulous voiceover and public speaking snacks. A free taste of over 25 years of speech and voice acting skills. So chill out and listen in so you too can start to voice over or just raise your voice, as in uplift. Don't get mad, because in my ANNiverse, anything is possible. Hey, hello, and very welcome to this first episode of Voicing the ANNiverse. You're very welcome here. If you want advice, I would like to say, to anything that could raise your voice, and with raising your voice, I mean make your voice sound better, make you love your voice more, or just advice as a voiceover, as a speaker. This is what you get here. In this first episode, do you ever get this like, oh my God, is this really my voice? Like, have you ever had this, that you're listening to your voice, to a recording of your voice maybe for the first time, and you're like, my God, I really don't like how the sound of this. Is this really me? Well, yes, I do recognize this myself. I have over 25 years of experience as a speaker, and still, I remember a couple of years ago, I had this voicing job where I needed to be, I was a presenter, and for one or the other reason, I heard my voice, I heard the result on television, and it was like, I don't like this. I did not like what I was hearing. And that's only like 10 years ago. And then I already had a lot of experience hearing my voice on the radio and on television. So it was not new to me, and still I had this feeling like, something's off. Am I really, is this really me? Is this really how I sound? And I felt it was awkward. Now, I get this a lot, also from people that come into my coaching practice. They very often start off with the comment or with the remark that they don't like their voice. And they ask me, is this really how I sound? Yes, the way you hear your voice from a recording, this is the way other people hear you. And what's the difference between hearing yourself? Well, when you listen to yourself, like just when talking, you listen to yourself like from the inside out, like you're in your own body. So you don't have that perspective when somebody else listens from a distance to your voice, because then they hear it from the outside. And yes, that's the way the world gets to know you. And you could say that's your true voice. That's a true sound of your voice. That's how people hear it. And that's your public speaking voice. So how can you learn to like it? I can only say, please go on recording your voice and getting used to it. Get used to that public voice and listen to it as often as you can. That's frankly all you can do about it. And just grow to like it, because it's your voice. It's a unique power, and it comes from your soul. You could even say it's divine, it's like your being, you're a divine being, and it's your divine voice. So please like it. It's such an important part of your personality. It's like the voice is the soul. I firmly believe that. It might be though that you're not using your voice to the full, and that mostly has to do with the way you are breathing or the way you are speaking. To use your voice to the max, it's very important that you're aligned with who you are, that you're comfortable, that you're grounded, and that your breathing is right, so that you're relaxed. When you relax with who you are, when you relax with the sound of your voice, when you are okay with speaking, mostly your voice will sound okay. But when you get nervous, as most of us do when they have to speak in public, then your breathing might get tight. you might breathe mostly from the upper part of your body, from your chest, and it could be that your voice is going to sound a bit squeaky and you're not going to get everything out of it, and it loses its charm. So I have great news, because if that's the question, and if also you would like to speak with less nerves, if you would like to be comfortable speaking, I have a very simple exercise. So get yourself on a chair and position yourself seated, and make sure your feet are really grounded. They touch the floor and they're straight on the floor. And it might be good, it might be very good to remove your shoes and just go and sit barefoot with your feet on the floor, so you can really sense the floor and you can make contact with it. And start by feeling the floor. How does it feel? Is it cold? Is it warm? What's the energy you get from the floor? That's the first way to ground. Also, make sure your bottom is you can really feel the seat with your behind, and straighten your back without forcing it. So don't pull up your shoulders. Your shoulders should be nice and relaxed, but make sure your back is straight. If you have a comfortable seating position and your bottom and your feet are grounded, then you are just going to ask yourself, what's going on in my body? So you just make contact with your body. Maybe there's tension. For example, now I can feel, there's tension in my stomach. I feel it's like, it's tight. There's also some tension in my lower back. I've been working out yesterday, and I believe that's the result of my workout. What else can I feel? Yes, also my feet are a bit tense, but that's because where I'm seated, I can't really touch the floor with my feet. So I just have to adjust my chair. We'll continue. Step 2. When you've really felt your body, you've really made contact with your body, you're going to get still. We're going to get really still here. And now we're going to breathe. We're going to breathe 3 times very deep, and you want to make sure that you breathe from the bottom up. So what does that mean? First, you're going to fill your belly, your lower belly, with air. Then you're going to fill your midriff, your diaphragm, and then you're going to fill up your lungs and especially your chest. You're really gonna tighten it, so it should be full with air, but again, make sure that you don't raise your shoulders doing that. Okay, so you breathe in. We're gonna do it just to practice. Breathe in, like from the bottom to the top. 1, 2, 3, breathe in. So your chest is tight and it's filled with air. Then you're going to hold the air just for a sec, and then you breathe out with a sigh or a sound, any sound you're feeling okay with. This is what it might sound like. When your teenage kids are listening, they might get a wrong impression. So make sure you're in a room where you cannot be disturbed and nobody can hear you. That will make you much more comfortable, and it will make it easier to do this exercise. So we're going to do it again. So breathe in from bottom to top. Hold. And breathe out with a sigh or a sound. Okay, that's it. Now we're going to do it 3 times in a row. So here we go. 1, breathe in. Hold. And breathe out. Again, breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Yes. And a 3rd time, breathe in. really, really, really deep and hold without moving your shoulders upwards. And breathe out. Yes. So how does that feel? Do you feel a shift? I personally, I feel more relaxed. I feel that some tension has gone. I feel a lot less tension in my belly. And also, I feel a bit lighter in my head, but not like, I feel lighter and more grounded, both. So if you want to go one step further with this exercise, you can use your imagination when you breathe in, so air in through your nose to your belly, then you can imagine that you're breathing in relaxation or a certain color that makes you feel relaxed. When you breathe out in the other direction, so from your belly out through your nose, you can, for example, imagine that you're breathing out everything you do not need anymore. And if you just tell that to yourself in your head, your body will know exactly what it doesn't need anymore. So, this was a very simple exercise to get more grounded and to get you to use your voice more fully. It will have a more full sound if you're relaxing before you speak. Thank you so much for listening, and if you're hungry for more speaking snacks, then check out my website. It's listed below here. And should you have any suggestions or questions about public speaking, about voicing, or just about your voice in general, please let me know. You can do that also in the comments below. And for now, this is the AND with ANND. Hope to welcome you soon again in my ANNiverse, and don't forget, anything is possible. Bye!